It's been great, man. We've been putting days on top of days. Really being mentally focused. And just working on this. Making the small things uh very important to us. So the big things that come during the season.
What's been the biggest change? New coordinator, new system for you.
I don't think it's been too much of a change. I feel like I've had a pretty nice background of defensive coordinators that's been kind of throwing a lot of complexity. Defensive wise, so it's kind of been easy to retain the information. I was just really focusing on techniques and doing my job.
Speaking of techniques, your ability to use your speed and then your first move without giving anything away. Have you been developing a second or a third tertiary move that will hopefully get you to the next level, so to speak, but has improved not only your position on the field, but how you perform your job?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's always room for improvements, counter moves and stuff like that. So, it's always a continuous work at perfecting my craft. So, I don't really think it's more about working a special move. It's kind of just doing the simple things and being a technician at the small things.
And that develops over time and being able to study the offensive tackles and everybody, the tight ends watching for a chip with a running back and all of that, being able to see that. How do you feel that your ability now compared to where you were just 2-3 years ago has grown?
It's grown tremendously. I've been taking a coaching, and really understanding, offenses and understanding, pass keys of tackles and stuff like that. Really being a student of the game. So that's helped me in tremendous ways. So I've just been trying to be a student of the game and taking the physical part out of it, as crazy as that sound, but really being entwined with the mental part of the game.
Big opener,
Yeah.
big crowd. You haven't played in front of a big crowd. You practice in front of an audience, some piped in stuff. What's that going to be like for you getting out there wearing the white jerseys on Saturday?
Yeah, it's just a game at the end of the day. You got to block out the crowd noise just like you do anything in life. You got to block out the outside noise and be focused on the main thing.
You watched them last. I said you watching the teammates, watch by yourself.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it personally by myself, but me and my teammates, we came along and watched some film together. They're a really group of guys. The O line is very good. They work as a group. Quarterback, he's a great runner, and they got some pretty good skill guys in number 2 and number 8. So, we gotta be on our P's and Q's with them guys. Can't wait.
How much does it help to have that to go on? A recent game.
It's so helpful. It kind of helps us, get an understanding of what we're going against, get an understanding of the opponent. So, it's always good to get that little bit of head start and, really get the keys on them guys and stuff like that. So it's been good to have that first game of film on them.
What are you looking forward to the most about the season opener?
Just starting it off on the right note, coming out with energy, being focused, being composed, and being physical at the same time. And just doing the small things right so we can get on track.
Did Georgia Tech recruit you, or had you ever been to games there, or what's your experience at Georgia Tech?
I got recruited by Georgia Tech, and I played in my previous school, so I'm pretty familiar with the environment.
A little bit different than going to Clemson or someplace like that.
Oh, yeah.
But, at night, it's supposed to be a really special place. Have you been to a night game? I don't know if you guys played night games there or not.
Yeah, no, sir. I haven't played a night game, but I'm real excited for the night games. I know the atmosphere is going to be great. Coming off a big win for them, so it's going to be an excitement game for us.
You know the guys over there?
Yeah, I know a couple of guys. I went to high school, played against in high school, so yeah, I know a couple of them. Yeah.
Could you tell us 2 or 3 guys on defense that you've seen kind of emerge in camp?
It's been a lot of guys. Abraham, of course, but some of the trench guys, Deuce, Lewis, Henry Bryant. Really, I gotta say all the guys. Honestly, it's not any individual effort. I feel like as a collective, the whole defense is grown tremendously since the spring, and since bringing in the new additions. So it's kind of been a collective effort, but hopefully, everybody stays focused and keep taking the coaching and stuff like that. We'll be fine.
I know you guys at media days talked about meeting at the quarterback. Sacks are the number one thing for a guy like outside linebacker, but it almost seems with this matchup, from watching the game against FSU, it's going to be about setting the edge and not losing contain on Haynes King in the running game.
Yeah, it's going to be a very physical game. They like to run the ball, so that's going to be key on us. Keying in on the quarterback. Understand fits and stuff like that. So it's going to be real vital because they have a tremendous running game. They're going to try to run the ball, whether it's first, second down, third down, fourth down. They're going to run the ball as much as possible. So that's the blueprint of their team.
Kevin, going back to your youth, when you first started playing, was there a certain time, or was there a family member or a friend that said, you've got some talent now, you can play, where you started looking at and approaching the game a little bit differently?
I'll probably say, I want to say it was probably my brother. I looked up to my brother a lot. I kind of went to all his youth football games and even his high school games. So he was really a big inspiration for me. So
Older brother?
Yeah, my older brother.
How much older?
We're 7 years apart. He's 30.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's just been a big influence on my life. I've been involved with football all my life, seeing it at the highest level, from watching family members play, and even my own family member, my brother playing, and watching my father play state championships. My brother played in a state championship. So it's kind of been I would say a blueprint of our family.
You better hold up the family value, right? At
Yeah.
Thanksgiving and everything, so you can have some bragging rights.
Yeah, you're right. Some bragging rights. Hopefully I can get some more hardware more than them.
Yeah.
Yep.
You mentioned, are there other players, for example, pro players or some other guys that you've seen, you go, man, I really like the way this guy plays. I want to do it like he does.
Yeah, one of the guys I love to watch is Alex Highsmith, Bud Dupree, guys like that rush the edge. Very versatile type players. They play linebacker, had a linebacker type background, so kind of watch guys like that. Khalil Mack as well. So those are the guys I like to watch to play.
Your experience in the portal.
Yeah.
A lot of players are going that way. What was it like for you, and how did you get to take advantage of the system rather than have it take advantage of you?
It was a very self-growing experience, but just like with anything, the portal can, like you say, it can be good or bad, but it's about really the mindset and what you're going in the portal for. I entered the portal for an opportunity to showcase my physical abilities and stuff like that, but also go to a program like Georgia State where I can turn it around and lead in the correct way and leave it better than I found it. That's kind of the motto that I had entering the portal, and it's the same way that I'm trying to leave it here. So I know after I leave Georgia State, I'll be able to say, we did something special here, and we laid a foundation with the McGee era.
Any advice to other players that not here, of course, but young players that are thinking this may not be the right place for me? What was it like for you? I mean, in terms of just investigating and looking at other options.
Yeah, I would say to the younger guys, just really, do some self-aware, be self-aware, but also, work at the same time. It's always going to be some hard days, but don't be so quick, to bail out on some things because, character is built through adversity. So, and that's something that I had to deal with too. I wasn't playing early, but I still came to work, every day. I had that mindset that, hey, I'm going to get better today, even though I may be a scout team player, but I'm going to be the best scout team player that I can be, not only for my teammates, but for myself, so I can get that development, because development, it comes over time. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to, invest in yourself and, be able to be coached and, understand the circumstances that you're in as well.
Haven't played tech before. This would be a first. It'd be historic.
Yeah.
Is everybody with you?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We're all together, locked arms. 120 guys. We might not have 120 guys on the sideline, but dang sure we'll be ready. We'll be fighting for each other every down.